Hiya and welcome to the Teen Whisperer, the podcast for mums of girls who are often labelled as too much, too sensitive, too emotional and too different and just don't fit in. I'm Rach Friedley, fellow mum, coach and play specialist, and here's what I believe. Our girls definitely do not need fixing, and we don't need yet another list of strategies that make us feel like failures in our role as parents. The truth, behaviour is not a flaw. It's a signal from the body, and it's the body's way of asking for support without the words. This podcast is about listening, not controlling, connection, not correction, and giving you tools that actually work in the chaos of real everyday life or everyday real life. So if you're ready to stop second guessing, feel confident again and finally connect with your daughter at her level, you're in the right space. So keep listening. Have you ever looked at your daughter? Maybe she's sprawled on the floor, building something random out of blue tack, doodling on her arm, that's seriously a thing, or bouncing a ball off every surface known to humankind and thought, seriously? This is what we're doing today? Meanwhile, her bedroom floor is looking like a bit of a biohazard or it's a floordrobe, and your brain is doing that frantic mum math. Where's the line between letting her be and completely losing track of whatever is going on? Yeah, I get it. You're not alone. And today we're going to talk about why play, that's messy, ridiculous, so-called pointless play in inverted commas, is actually the physiology that keeps our girls alive in a world that's trying to crush them. So welcome back. Welcome back to the Teen Whisperer, the podcast for mums of girls, tweens, teens and young women who are trying their best to figure out this whole, teenager thing in inverted commas without completely losing the plot. I'm your host, Rach Friedley, and I help mums of girls who are seen as too much, too sensitive or just too difficult to uncover what's really behind their big emotions and challenging behaviour. So you can stop second guessing yourself, feel steady again and actually connect with your daughter. And listen, I'm a mum too, so 100% I get it. That juggle is real, especially when your daughter's turned into a nocturnal Netflix gremlin and you're standing in the doorway thinking, what is happening? So today, as I've already said, we're talking about physiology and play. And honestly, this is the conversation nobody else seems to dare have because it challenges the whole be productive, be polite, be perfect narrative our girls get shoved down their throat every single day from the second they can hold a crayon. But let's get something straight. Play is not childish. That drives me absolutely potty. It's brain science. It's how humans regulate their nervous systems. It's regulation. It's survival. And girls need it just as much now at 12, 14, 17 or 21 as they did when they were 4. The problem? The world has told them to grow up before their brains are even remotely ready or even connected. Too often mums speak to me and say, people keep saying they're too old or she's too old for X, Y, Z. Or someone asked me what's wrong because she'd rather draw than scroll. Or her friends say she's weird because she'd rather play outside. Just let me say, nothing is wrong with her. What's wrong is the environment she's trying to survive in. This world has squeezed play out of our girls and they are paying the price. Play is how girls, and boys for that matter, work things out safely before it leaks out sideways and other ways. Think of our girls as toddlers learning to walk. They didn't overthink it. They didn't just go, oh, do you know what? I've watched a TED talk and this is what I'm going to do. They get up, they fall over, they wobble, they go splat, they giggle, and then they try again and again and again and again until they can do it. That curiosity, that trial and error doesn't just disappear when they hit secondary school, as we're so often told. It is part of their neurological wiring. But we push them into performance, perfection and comparison so early that there's hardly any space left to actually develop and have fun whilst doing it. But you can't strip away play from a developing brain and expect it to cope, especially not now in this world. Play is the original teacher. It's how humans wire their brains. So let's talk about wild cherry. Yeah, slight tangent, but there is a reason behind it and why it hits hard. All I can say is wow. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, brace yourself. Sophie Winklewoman, who plays Frances, one of the mums, in this BBC One drama, said something that stopped me in my tracks. The show holds up a mirror to the relentless online pressures shaping modern girlhood. And honestly, you can feel that truth in your bones. You can feel it on the hairs on your skin as they stand up to attention. Sure, it's fiction, but every mum of a girl knows it barely feels like one. Our girls are growing up in digital spaces that would flatten most adults. The scrutiny, the comparison, the performance of perfect girlhood, again in those inverted commas, curated, filtered and broadcast 24/7. And I see the fallout in the mums of the girls I work with every single week. Our girls deserve better, way better. They deserve safety from constant digital pressure, friendships built on connection, not group chat politics, boundaries that protect their well-being, space to grow without comparison, time offline to build confidence, resilience and identity, and teenage years, or to have teenage years that are not a performance review. And this is why play matters. Play is the antidote to a world that's stolen their lives from under them. And on that note, something really exciting for you. Well, I'm excited and I keep doing happy dances. Anyway, after months of hunting, and I am talking about months here, I finally secured a physical space where I can offer sessions for teens and tweens. I'm starting in January. The first offerings will be for chronic pain, for those with chronic pain, because wow, the number of girls and adults living with stress-related pain is huge. But the space allows so many possibilities. Group coaching, group team coaching, group tween coaching, sessions for girls with ADHD, autism, anxiety. The list goes on and on and on. It's a place that sits right next to a personal training studio and a yoga studio, which feels beautifully aligned with everything I believe about a physiology first support. So this is about giving girls that safe space they're desperate for, they're craving for, where they can explore who they are, build resilience, and yes, actually play, have fun, and have a laugh. Not rocket science. So let's bring this into real life, your life. So what does play look like for our teens? Well, it's different. It might be experimenting with makeup. It might be TikTok dances. It might be going climbing outside. It might be bouldering. It might be drawing. It might be painting. It might be doing anything creative. It might be doing sports, outdoor play, music, listening to music, playing music, making music, bouncing a ball for no reason except it feels good, reorganising their room 600 times. Anyone else got their hand in the air? I did that loads as a teenager. Baking at midnight, now that is one that one of my mum's daughters is doing right now. That ridiculous humour, that having a laugh, or fidgeting with anything they can find. And no, it's not because they're ADHD. It all counts. Play often looks like avoidance, but it's not. Sometimes your daughter will play instead of talk. In fact, most times your daughter will play instead of talk, instead of homework, instead of chores. So before you jump to, she's lazy, she's defiant, as we're too often told, ask, is she regulating? Because 9 times out of 10, yes, she is. Researchers like Jonathan Haidt have been shouting for the rooftops for months, for years, Outdoor play is down, risk-taking is down, free, unstructured time is down. And then in its place, anxiety, depression, self-harm, and a whole generation living online and in their heads instead of in their bodies. Girls especially are dropping out of physical play and sport because of, I can never say this word, misogynistic nonsense like, ugh, she runs like a girl. Well, yeah, she does, because she is one. It's said as an insult, but she's running like a girl because, hey, she is a girl. Play is how girls regulate. It's how they process the pressure inside them. It's how they figure out who they are without the internet telling them. So as a former play specialist, this isn't just a cute theory. It's my everyday reality. When a teen doesn't want to talk, I don't push. I don't ask the same question 4 different ways because, hey, that makes it so much better. Huh? I don't sit there doing that, giving them space time, taking that pause, because that seriously uncomfortable silence that makes you either feel like you need to run away or fill it with dribble. I play. Cards, a ball, something tactile, something safe, breath work, doodles, cold water, something that lets her body settle before her brain can speak. Within minutes, her physiology shifts. She softens and then the words come. They always do. Not because I'm magic, but because physiology comes before psychology. Because if a teen doesn't feel safe, seen or heard, they will not open up. Not won't, they can't. Their nervous system literally won't let them. So what can you do to help as a mum? Well, do you know what? I'm so glad you asked. Here's what you can put into practice today. When she's overwhelmed, switch to play mode. Not talking mode, not lecturing mode, play mode. Grab something she loves to do and just do it. Let her nervous system settle first. It's regulation, not distraction. Rewrite the oldie story about them being immature. When someone says she's too old for something, try this. This is her regulation, not regression. Full stop. No explanation. And then add micro play into daily life. 30 seconds of silly. A dance whilst dinner burns. My 60-second reset. A paper aeroplane battle before school. Her eyes may roll, but a nervous system, oh thank you. And yes, you need play too. Your nervous system cannot regulate if it's running on fumes. Give yourself permission to be ridiculous regularly. So here's the real truth, the one nobody else says loud enough. You are definitely not failing. Your daughter is not behind. She's not immature. She's not too dramatic. She's not too sensitive. And she's not too much. She's surviving in a world that asks way too much of her and gives her too little. Play is not childish. It's medicine. It's identity. It's regulation. And it's how our girls find themselves again in a world that keeps pulling them apart. And you're doing way better than you think. So if this episode landed with you, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, and share it with a mum friend who's in the thick of it too. She needs to know she's not alone. And don't forget to grab my free 60-second reset for mums and girls. It's built for those I might actually scream moments. You'll find it in the show notes. And if you're craving deeper support, a space where you can actually breathe and understand your daughter in a way that finally makes sense, come join us inside WTF What's the Feeling. It's where mums just like you get ongoing support, grounding and connection with other mums who get it, who've been there, who are in exactly that same situation. And keep an eye out for January when I open the doors to the brand new space for tweens and teens, a place for safety, movement, confidence, play and proper support. And if you want more information on that, just message me. Because remember, it's physiology before psychology, always. Have a wonderful week and I'll speak to you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.